Are you familiar with birch medicine? So today's episode of Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show is streaming live because I'm on the road and I didn't want to be somewhere where we didn't have service and have you not get to hear all about Birch's best buddy and the medicine that comes from the birch tree. So let's get started. Thank you for joining us on episode 11 of Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show, Birch's best buddy. So the silver birch tree is actually the one that they use a lot for children because its medicine is a little gentler than the white birch tree. But they both have anti-inflammatory properties. They're very good for your skin. So you could either take it internally or use it externally. If you were using it internally, you could make a tea with the leaves, or you could use the buds. The bark is very medicinal. The whole tree is just medicine from it. So the tree is actually known as Lady of the Woods, and it's ruled by Venus, so it has a feminine energy about it. If you wanted to connect with the goddess energy or your feminine side, you could kind of connect with it in that way. It's also great for any kind of like kidney stones or removing uric acid, which is associated with gout. People who experience any kind of rheumatism or muscular pains could also use it as a tea. You could make it with the leaves. And the bark, like I said, you could also use the bark, but you wouldn't ever want to rip the bark off of a living tree. So you could use a tree that had fallen down, or one that's already been cut down, or the bark from a stump, or twigs or branches, something like that. People have used it for ages as paper to write on or send love letters or something like that. And like I said, it has anti-inflammatory properties, and it's great for Native Americans used to use it. You could make a syrup out of the sap, and you could use it topically by making birch tar oil. So the tree doesn't actually live very long. Birch trees only live about 100 years, as opposed to like a ginkgo biloba tree they can actually grow to be like 1,000 years old. They can live for a long time. So yeah, so we have on our property, we have a lot of birch trees. So we really love birch trees and the medicine that even just sitting under a birch tree and enjoying the shade, or using it for, like any kind of meditation. Like I was saying, if you were trying to connect with your feminine side, you could go out on the full moon and meditate under a full moon, sitting next to a birch tree, and they kind of glow in the moonlight, and just connect with your feminine side. Or with Venus, like I said, they're actually ruled by Venus and associated with Venus and that feminine power and energy. So if you wanted to use it spiritually in that way as well, not only as medicine, that's also another way that you could use it. And so just to sum it up, we said that it works great for any kind of muscular pain, that you could use it internally or externally. You could make a tea with the leaves, say about a teaspoonful with a cup of water. You could also make an extract with the leaves. They have, the sap actually has diuretic properties to it. So, yeah, there's a lot of reasons to use birch medicine. And then chaga grows on it. And chaga is a mushroom that has a symbiotic relationship with the birch tree. And there's a compound in the birch tree called betulinic acid. and that is actually very anti-cancer. And the chaga mushroom actually converts the betulinic acid into a compound that is more easily synthesized for us when we make tea out of it. So the chaga mushroom grows on it. A lot of people say that it's a kind of like a tree cancer or something like that, but it's actually not. It's it only grows when the tree is has been damaged somewhere, and so it doesn't kill the tree. It's not a parasite. A lot of times people say that it's a parasite, but it's actually not. So it's a symbiotic relationship, and it's always good, you know, not to just grab any chaga that you see, because it takes a lot of time. Sometimes they grow for a very long time. They could be super old. So you would want to just, you know, harvest ethically and respectfully when harvesting anything. About it, I thank everyone for joining us on episode 11, Birch's Best Buddy. It's highly anti-inflammatory, like we said. It's great for any kind of kidney stones or gout, removing uric acid, and muscular pain, arthritis. I mean, all around, it's just a wonderful tree medicine. And like we said, the silver birch tree would be one that would be used for children. It's a little more gentle than the white birch, but you can also use black birch. I mean, there's just so many uses, like we said. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about it to spark your interest, and then maybe you can take that learning from there and find out all the benefits that birch has to offer. So thank you so much for joining us on Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show. Tune in next week. This month we're learning all about tree medicine, and next week we're going to be learning about the black locust tree, which is my favorite. So I can't wait to talk about that one with you and all the medicine that it has to offer. So again, thank you for joining us and discovering the essence of tree medicine. Take care.